My name is Max Hazzard, and for my sustainability project, I want to talk about air pollution and air quality. Why should we care about air pollution and air quality? Honestly, the main reason we should really care is because the effects that it has on our health. Air pollution and air quality, especially now, 2018, 2019, has become fairly detrimental on people in general. And here I have two graphs. And to the left, we talk about emissions by the world regions. And you can see North America is number 2 in how much emissions are giving off. And that's obviously where we reside, so we can see how that can play a major role. And to the right, we have the annual deaths from outside air pollution by region. And once again, North America is second. So we can see that air pollution doesn't just affect your air quality, it can also kill you. And have major effects on your life, obviously, in our family's life. So it's not just so much about how the air looks and all the pollution that we can see. It really has an effect on how we're doing right now, not just the future of this earth. Next, I quickly want to talk about the causes. I have 3 pictures here to depict what I'm going to touch on. First is going to be the industries and the pollution that the industries create in these companies and in these factories. Different things are being produced, and due to these production, whether it's food or it's just different materials in general, is producing a lot of pollution. Second, I want to talk about emissions, especially that are coming from cars. A lot of times we're sitting idly in our cars and our gas is getting off, and luckily we're seeing more electric cars being produced, but a lot of emission is coming from our cars. And lastly, I want to touch on deforestation. I know this happens a lot with the urbanization of cities and cities being created in general, but cutting down trees and getting rid of our forests is really hurting the quality of our air. Another point that I want to touch on is just socioeconomic status and how that's related to air pollution. We can see that in low socioeconomic status communities, they really face a higher exposure to air pollution in general, and especially other environmental hazards. In these different type of cities, a lot of this happens because of the limited political power and the influence that these cities are able to have, and we can see different factories and different companies really choosing to reside in these low economic cities. Another point that I want to touch on is just the socioeconomic status to set up, how that's related to air pollution, and we can see that in low socioeconomic status communities of poor people, really face a higher exposure to air pollution. We can see a snowball effect, especially other environmental hazards, pollution, and just in these different type of cities. A lot of this happens because of the limited political power and the influence that these cities are able to have, and we can see different factories and different companies really choosing to reside in these low economic cities. In these poor cities, because the cost to set up will be much cheaper, and we can see that this really affects the health of poor people, and then they don't have health care. So we can see a snowball effect really climb off just the pollution and just the quality of our air in different areas of different cities and different countries.